Hey Sam, got your resume up here. Okay, so I think that you're fine with the content of the resume, but there's a couple of things I really want you to think about. Now, I think that you had. Let me see. Yeah, architectural technology. Let's use that, man. That's valuable stuff. I think we should get that in here somewhere more than just education. I'm thinking experience. Did you have any experience at all with architectural technology? I think that there is a correlation here between graphic design and architectural technology. I think a very, very strong one. I think it would be smart to feature this, especially in your work experience. Now, I wanted to describe something about work experience. Now, okay, so you've had one job in the field, right? I want you to think about how you can embellish your work experience by including things from your architectural technology degree, as well as any kind of freelance work that you have done. Really, really think about what you can use to describe. Now, it's a big catch-22 for design students. Okay, experience needed, but for the job, but they won't hire without experience, but you're fresh out of school, so you don't have the experience. How do you get experience? And I think one of the best reasons to do that is to take your experience and customize it to what your experience is in your work experience. And that's why I say we should use this architectural technology. I don't know what other things you have done. It says here, a Kappa Phi International Art Fraternity member. So, I mean, if you want to put your art in here as well as your work experience, have you done any freelance jobs with your art, with your architecture, and with your graphic design? I think you've got a wonderful triad here of experience, of valuable skills. Being your art history, your graphic design history, and your architecture history. Okay, so that's what I want you to think about, the work experience thing. Really, really get that to the point where somebody wants to look at it and go, I want to talk to this person further. Because right now I don't think we have that. We have work experience, virtual graphic design intern. I'm just not sure that's enough experience for the viewer to go, okay, I want to see more and I want to talk to this person. Do you understand what I'm saying? As far as the design and layout go, I think you're making a mistake with this kind of design. And let me tell you why. I think it's trendy. I think that you've toned it down quite a bit with those, gas gauges of your skills and stuff. Like, you've done a lot of the things I've asked you to do, and hopefully you're seeing the value. I want you to follow my cursor, okay? And I want you to follow the eye and how the eye moves, keeping in mind that smooth eye movements in any composition are much better than where the eye jumps around, or any kind of jagged eye movements that you're forcing your viewer to embark. Let's take a look. We start here. Okay, so we start here. Watch my cursor as we follow the viewer's eyes. We start here. We go here. Then we go here. Then we go here. 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 Boom. Over here. Down here. Up, back over here. Down here. Down here again. Over here. To the bottom. So, and now I talk about zigzagging and erratic eye movements. Watch my cursor. That to me seems like a very erratic movement. Let me show you an alternative. I'm going to show you a resume. I've taken the information out of the resume, and I'm going to back off a little bit because there is some personal information in this resume, but I just want you to look at the layout. Okay? Now note the eye movement here. Basically, we have the same kind of setup where you have your sidebar, your skills that you could use as a sidebar, and then your main information. The difference over here is watch the movement, okay? We have, this would be the logo and the contact information. Goes from there to here, and then just logically right down the line. Okay, so again, watch the eye movement here. Off the page. Watch the eye movement here. Do you see how it's much smoother? There's not as much of this going on. So I want you to think about formatting your resume differently. I want you to think about eye movement and the number of visual stops you're creating for your viewer. This is a setup that's just basically the main information, just like you have professional profile, work experience, education. And then we go over here to this sidebar where we have things like recent design clients, awards, exhibitions, memberships, and participations. Okay, so hopefully you can see, based on eye movement, how sometimes some of the trendier layouts that we see out there today aren't quite necessarily good layout. Okay, keep that in mind. If you have any questions at all, please let me know, because I think this is really important. Okay, good job. Like I said, if you have any questions, please just get with me at your leisure. Okay, thanks.